in Vermont.
All right, we're looking at pictures of skiing and snowmobiling in Vermont. Of course, that's what Vermont is known for. Spectacular ski resorts, marvelous maple syrup, and peculiar politics. That's why we've named it our State of the Week. Chris Graff served as Vermont's AP Bureau Chief for 25 years. He's the author of Dateline Vermont. He joins us from Burlington. Good to see you, Chris.
Good to see you, Gretchen, and it's an honor to be chosen as the State of the Week and to have you talking about another state other than Minnesota.
Oh, I know. Brian Kilmeade keeps making me talk about that. Trust me, I don't want to talk about. Let's make a pledge. No more Minnesota for the rest of the week. So let's focus on Vermont.
Vermont is a lot like Minnesota. It's cold and friendly people.
You got that part right. Okay, but Vermont is known for this maple syrup. And this, look at this plate of brittle they put in front of me. I think it's all for me for this morning. I'll have a real sugar high. But this is what Vermont's known for, right? As well as the skiing.
It is. Maple syrup is a huge industry. Vermont is the largest producer, produces about 37% of the maple syrup in all of the country.
And what about the politics in Vermont? Because it's my understanding, and you served as AP Bureau Chief for 25 years, so you obviously saw this swing potentially from conservative to being more liberal.
Well, quirky is the word that we use to describe Vermont's politics now, but you're right. Vermont for 100 years was the most Republican state in the nation, and that ended about 1950, and slowly the Democrats started growing. In about 1985, they became the dominant party in Vermont.
You have a Republican governor, you have Senator Leahy, who's a Democrat, and Senator Sanders, who's a self-described socialist, so you really run the gamut there.
Well, and it's really personality, not politics, that determines who wins Vermont's elections. So Vermonters, they seem almost schizophrenic when they vote. They might vote for Republican, Democrat, Socialist. As they just go down, they pick out the person, a little like a Chinese menu.
All right, so they're independent thinkers. I want to move on to the judges' stories that we've been hearing about in Vermont. Bill O'Reilly, of course, has been focusing on this a lot with regard to some of these perpetrators of child abuse and then getting lenient sentences. The most recent one was a 4-year-old boy who was abused at least 10 times, allegedly, by this 37-year-old Andrew James, and didn't really get a tough prison sentence. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that what the leaders of Vermont are saying is that they think that Bill O'Reilly doesn't know what he's talking about. And they are siding with the prosecutor in the case and with the judge in the case and saying that this is a horrendous situation, a very controversial case, but one in which they had to make a decision, and they will go with the prosecutorial discretion.
All right, Bill O'Reilly, I guess we'll keep up the fight on that one. Chris Graff, great to talk to you again. Here's to Vermont today.
Thanks, Gretchen.
Coming up, Season 5 Idol hopeful Lisa Tucker joins us.